are back. We are back here
Yes.
in the meeting space. BGG, we back in the house, guys. We want to welcome our guest, Mrs. Wright. She is here. Caitlin, how are you, sis?
I'm getting yourself. What's going on, bosses?
No, wait a minute. Come on. You gotta bring some energy. I saw your work. I saw your work, Caitlin. Don't come here.
I'm just waiting on my introduction. I don't want to, blow everybody away, but for sure, when you hand me the mic, we gonna get it. We're gonna get it popping.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Oh yeah, right.
I went. So everybody out here in BGG land, I went to an event with a colleague of mine, Kama, and her foundation, and it was amazing because all of a sudden I'm looking over there and I came around and was having some conversations early, and I met this woman who was dynamic, and come to find out, she had her stand-up banner. She was the actual keynote speaker, and she came in there with some fire and some wisdom. So we had to get her. Had to get her in the house. She'll be back too. But Caitlin dropped some wisdom, and I'm going to save it for a little bit later. Some of my takeaways, but she was bad. I love it. So anyway, welcome. Thanks for coming in, Caitlin.
I'm mad I missed it.
Yikes. Well, thank you for even doing what was told and what to do and go up and meet people and to network. It's important. So even though I was there to speak, it's still to get out there and to network and to introduce yourself to people. You never know who is who. And I know it's cliche and they always say it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And so being born with a gift and a talent and a skill is really not enough, because if nobody knows who you are or your message or where to put it in front of, then you're literally out there by yourself, and that's the wrong place to be. So thank you for, approaching me and for us to have to extend those connections. And, I'm looking forward to meeting up with more entrepreneurs in a bar. And then, Kim reached out to me and I'm like, Kim, is this you? So just to know that everybody's a part of everybody, and just having that reputation of knowing good people and growing with good people. So I'm just glad and a pleasure to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. So tell me this, Kate, because I know I've known you for years, but how long have you been in the industry and doing what you're doing?
Professionally, I graduated right after high school, went to cosmetology school. So I've had my license since June 2011, and I've been in the beauty industry ever since.
And it's phenomenal. When I tell you this woman knows what she's doing and she knows what she's talking about, she knows. Okay. I can honestly say I've seen her work firsthand from my god sister, Shani, her sister. I've seen her work like firsthand, and I'm like, yo, like,
yeah. I know about those. I know about those zeros behind that bread she's bringing in. That bread she's breaking, all them zeros behind it.
Hey, without my hero, there's no zeros. So sometimes it's just like, it's not even about the money, the financial that comes out of it. It's the freedom. It's the ability to be able to just wake up every day, walk in those doors. People come and they want to book with you. They can go to any style. It's just like any entrepreneur. They can go to any business or any church, whatever your ministry is, and they come to do that with me. And so it's a pleasure and an honor. And I just thank God, because those are things that I've asked him, that I prayed for, for him to give me. So every day I'm so thankful to God to be able to do that and just to be in an entrepreneur space. So that's one thing, to do what your purpose and what you ask God for and you pray for, and you're just like, this is it. Because not everybody that's working is working their dream or something that they probably asked God for. They're just doing it just for that moment or for that money or whatever, that financial, to take care of whatever. And God was like, no, once you build it, they're gonna come, and I'm gonna sustain it.
Facts. So on the entrepreneur thing,
that's it.
Yeah, on entrepreneurship, you talked a little bit about your journey, but one of the things that I loved about it is you were talking about investing in yourself, and then you also talked about, and you dropped that so hard with the coaching thing. What did you say? You said with Steph Curry, come on, if you can pull that total recall. You talked about
I mean,
Steph
I'll
Curry.
use it in any industry. I noticed there was a lot of men there, so I couldn't just keep it all beauty industry. I be wanting to let people know it don't matter. Whatever you do, we can work with it. So if we talking to males, if I say Michael Jackson, Steph Curry, they know they stats, but at the same time, they're not out there by themselves. They got a coach, and they coach got a coach, and they
Right.
coach got a coach. And so everybody want to do entrepreneur by themselves. Like, oh, what can I do? And it's really about who can mentor you. And people don't want to, humble themselves enough to say, hey, I like what you're doing. And that's the thing, not just to find any mentor, like, oh, you know me, or can you coach me in this? It's like, no, who do you aspire to be? Are they doing things that you can replicate and that you can duplicate? And that's who you ask to be your mentor, because they will be glad to share that with you, not just, oh, can you be my mentor because I've known you for 30 years. It's like you got to see where you're going. You got to see yourself in that direction. And the only way to do that is to get in the rhythm of them champions.
Wow. That's good
That's
stuff.
right.
No,
She
that
said,
I
go
said something
ahead.
right, because it's not a matter of being, because we can go out and we could try to do what we want to do, right? But having the person to help you get to your destination, that's critical right now. Because when you are trying to do stuff by yourself, a lot of times, first off, unless you are like really headstrong and really like, I'm gonna do it, a lot of times you fumble, you may give up. But if you have that person, or you don't even know where to go, and if you have the person there that can help you get to your vehicle or get you to that destination, you won't make as many mistakes. You easier for you to get there if you just humble yourself. That's the biggest thing. Humble yourself and actually ask for help. So if we
but
actually,
it's knowing that you need help for you, not the person that's in front of you that needs help, because they'll be glad to share, because you can do good by yourself for years. I've been in the salon space professionally for years, 10 years professionally, and even 10 years before in my youth. So I had the experience, but you get to a level to where you can't outgrow what you've done. And you get to a place where
Right.
people are just stagnant. They're just like, I'm gonna just stay here. This has been working for me. Whatever I've been doing, it's been working, and ain't nobody else doing it, so I must be good. No, it's always another immature level that you have to grow into to find those different levels of people that are in that lane, because they're not gonna come down and come get you. You gotta reach up and ask and get in that rhythm, in that lane, so you can build enough stamina so they can be like, oh, okay, you're ready for this. So you don't want to just be like, oh, can you help me? You have to position yourself and come to a reevaluation period to where it's like, okay, I can't stay at this lane any longer. Nobody's here.
yeah,
You got to get in those rooms with people that are at different levels than you. And that can be a little intimidating, but it's the best thing.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and that's the thing right now. And I'm watching God move me at different levels, right? And it's like I can't, when I watch folks that are stuck, and it's like you're there because it's comfortable, and you're there because the people that you're talking to are they're used to your voice, and there's no challenge, and sometimes you got to be confrontational, just like when we go in a boxer or anybody else. Hey, that confrontation, I go and I do boxing a few days a week. I have to confront myself to get the most out of me, because I don't have, we have the coach, but they're, we got about 10 or 13 different people there on time. I have to get the most and confront myself. But people, and this is the thing that bothers me, I can't stand surface level conversations, because
wow,
at the end of the day, we're just floating around at the top with no aim or whatever. And let's get down to what, to where it really is. And that's the
yeah,
same thing we got to do in business as entrepreneurs. I can't help you if I don't really, really understand where you're trying to go. But
okay,
but if you're not willing to, okay, great. But I have to try to get below the surface, so then I can get you a win and I get me a win.
right, right.
Did I drop the mic or something? It was getting quiet in here.
I was waiting to go around the table, but if I pick it up, I got to come with something to add
Come
to
on,
it.
come on,
But
come on, bring
that's
it.
definitely what it is. People are afraid of confrontation, and it to be confrontational, and that's really to stir the curiosity of people because everybody has different perspective. So if everybody is just leveled out and everybody just like, oh, you go girl, you go boy, you've been, they're just cheering you for where you're at. Nah, you need somebody that's gonna bring out a different beast in you to where it's like, nah, it's something else. We got to dig a little deeper, and that's what people don't want to do because they're just like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody. Well, the Bible says it's going to be offense, but not to worry because he's overcome. So you got to continue the path because once you're not using all those gifts and those talents, God is just like, okay, I can't use you. What does he say? He said the people without a vision perish. And so that's a lot of people. A lot of their dreams are just perishing. They're just going away. They're just getting tossed to and from. They're doing this one season, switching it up in the next season. And God is just like, I need somebody I can trust. I need somebody that got that dog in them, that got that beast in them, that's just going to stay where I tell them to stay, go where I tell them to go. And it's just like, if you don't want to be confrontational and show up in different rooms, meet different people, you can try different risks. I tell people also keep the main thing the main thing. When I look at Kim, I know she's a phenomenal dancer. When I look at my sister, that's what they do. Now, if I see her trying to bake cheesecakes and stuff, I'm just like, is that a side thing? Like, what you got to keep the main thing the main thing. But if you do 10% of the cheesecake and it helps you get a return on investment so you can go buy some more flags and you can go prepare for that main thing that you've been doing, now you got something. But it's the people that don't want to put it together. They're just like, oh, I'm going to do this because, oh, God, this is not working. And that's what they're doing. They just tossing seeds. They tossing seeds and they're not waiting for nothing to cover it. People don't want to be covered with dirt. They don't want to be covered. They want to make sure they blend in with everybody. And it's just like, you can't blend in. You got to stand out. You got to be confrontational, right? You need a little rain. You need a little sun. You need a little storm. If you have sunny days, you're going to have burnt grass all year long. You need a little rain, right? And so that's what people are, they're afraid to really get in there and figure out where's that fire. And you can do something for so long, but for some reason you got to turn it up a notch at some point.
Yeah. On that, let's go to the other one. And I'm going to talk about me because I don't want people to think that, hey, we're coming for folks because we're not. I used to be a Me Too person. So, as an entrepreneur, even with Steve Jobs, right? Entrepreneurs, we get that hustle on. Oh, I'm going to do a little of this. I'm going to do that. I got my main thing going. But, at one point, then we get a little sensitive about things. We want to be a little competitive and this and that and the other. But, it's like what I learned over my time as an entrepreneur is like, hey, sometimes I can't be just a Me Too person because, oh, you're going to do that. Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that too. And it's like, no, you got to, I had to really just be comfortable in my lane and dominate that space and dominate it to a point where I can be in this space and I understand that the amount of market share that I'm owning, right, in this particular lane, I'm good and I'm getting a return, but you can be in this. I don't have to hate on you.
Right.
And then some other folks that are wanting to do something else, let them do it because I can cut you a check. I can come out and support you. I can do this and that and the other, but I don't have to, I don't have to hate. I don't have to try to compete with you over there. But that Me Too people, that's as entrepreneurs, we got to stop that because you're never going to be strong in your lane, trying to do what everybody else is doing. And then too, if you're really not an entrepreneur, then stick to your regular job, 9 to 5.
9 to 5. That's right. That's good. That's good. I know, like, Rob, like, I think about how with certain people, like, they'll come up to you and be like, hey, I'm doing this and da da da. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. And you look up 2 weeks later doing something else. And then 2 weeks later doing something else. It's like, weren't you just doing wait, over here? What do you do? It's like, Tommy, you ain't got no job.
But see, the thing with Tommy, you got to think of all perspective. Thing with Tommy is that was the same line. We knew he didn't have no job, so we knew what to expect. That
Right.
can be your thing. People don't know how to get their thing to be their thing. Like, what am I going to remember you by? Oh, now all of a sudden you got a job, Tommy. Okay, but I'm used to you not having a job, so I remember that more. So that's what I'm
Right.
saying. If people would just continue, like you said, stay in that season of just like patience. It don't have to grow right now. I tell people all the time, you don't have to see it to see it. You got to believe it to see it. So that's what
Yeah.
the Bible says, stand still and know that he is God. See,
Right.
people want God to do mediocre things. And it's just like, yeah, when it comes down to faith and you living in entrepreneurship and your dream and your passion, it comes to a thing where you have to have faith more than anything, because it comes to where it doesn't make sense when stuff happens. So
Yeah.
when it happens, it's just like, oh my God, there must be a God, because I'm still like in the business and I can be comfortable at times, but God always take it away to where it's just like, God, I need you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm back to Peter on the boat. I'm back to where's oh little faith. And it's just like, you got to hold on to that and you got to
Yeah.
take it to new levels for God to show himself as radical. God is not going to do things like, oh, you just want your light bill paid? Go get a job. Oh, you want $1 million mansion with them type of bills paid? That's not normal. Okay, now I can work with you there. See, that's what God he wants you to do. He don't want to do stuff that's too small. And when people they get to a level where they don't want to grow no more, God can't top that. You're trying to say that
Big
God's
God.
a liar, that he's not almighty, abundantly, exceedingly, and stuff. They want God to do bare minimum. That's what he don't perform there.
No,
Sorry.
I love it. I love it. You telling the truth. You're definitely telling the truth. Now let me take you somewhere else. With when it comes to and we talked about this. I think I spoke on it a little bit before I had my little snack before I talked about the college stuff that day. So quitting. So entrepreneurs out there, another thing, I can't stand a quitter because I used to be one. And once you start quitting, you start quitting, you start quitting, you quit everything. In your relationships, oh, I quit. Your job, oh, I quit. Something comes up. And I kind of call some folks out from time to time because people get in their feelings and then then they quit. It's like we gotta put some armor on, and you gotta fight your fight. But you
Yeah.
can't just fold and run. If it's really worth it and you really want to be that guy or that gal that is that you see people see you driving the car and they see this, you're gonna pick up some haters. But if you really this is something you want, you're willing to grind, then when it gets tough, that's when you go hard.
Yeah.
You don't just fold. I mean, you got to fight. So those are the things that we really, you know, I just gotta say that because it bugs me so much because I used to be one. Not that we coming for anybody, as I said
Right.
before.
Okay, well, let me take you to another level because I like to be a little controversial a little bit. I mean, that's how you win in business. So to top what you're saying, entrepreneur, you can't quit. So when people say they're an entrepreneur and they quit, they're not an entrepreneur. They're looking for something that's going to they're looking for something temporary, or they're looking at what somebody else is doing and saying, I can do that. An entrepreneur is somebody that loves what they do. You don't quit what you love.
Right.
You don't quit on something that's a part of you. If you know you got a big head or something like that, that's the truth. That's you're going to tell that story. So entrepreneur is based around your story. It's around you. It's around something you love because you can't quit it. People can do entrepreneur with no money. I've done it. I've done hair for free and I've enjoyed it just as much as I've done hair for money. Because even with the free, I learned something. I might have been around and heard a podcast. I might have got an extra skill off somebody with a different texture or something. So I never compare entrepreneurship to something that you can quit in. Can't nobody
Right.
tell me I can't do hair because I did it for free. I did it for money. It's something you love. So when people are trying to say, oh, I have this entrepreneurship, but I don't know if it's going to work. Now you're looking at what somebody else was doing and you thought you can do that too because they were successful in that instead of taking your own story and winning with it. Because everybody has a success story, and then that success story comes with failure. But guess what? Just like the Kobe and the Michael Jordan, don't nobody remember all the shots you didn't make. They only remember the ones that you did make. So that means
Right.
you got to stay in it. It's not about quitting. So when people tell me they doing entrepreneurship and they quitting, I'm just like, yeah, that's not your thing. Let's go back to the roadmap. Let's go back to the basics. What do you do? What do people know you for? What do you know you for? If you're a good storyteller, why you don't have books? Why are you trying to go hang curtains or something because you saw somebody else selling $1,000 curtains and you thought you could do that too? No, it's all around your story. I see entrepreneurship as entrepreneurship. It's something on the inside of you that's not going to let
Yes.
you quit.
That's good.
Yeah. Yes. I love that. She's spitting straight fire, man. I love this. We
I'm telling you,
yeah.
because it's so in you that, and when you're driven off of faith, you already know that if you're doing something off faith, it's because you can't see it and God's going to perform it. So if you just stay there, if you just do entrepreneurship with your eyes closed, you got enough faith to know that God is going to use something else. He don't need your eyes. He
Yeah.
wants you to go blinded. And that's what everybody want to do. They want to see. They like, God, let me see what you're doing. He ain't gonna give you the blueprint, because guess what? When God do stuff like he walked the children through on the children of Israel, he left no evidence. God ain't gonna do it and let people know he did it. He gonna let
Right.
you know so you can be crazy and go build that ark and people be like, ain't no water outside. So that's what God do. That's where he performs and stuff. God says, if you bless me private, I'm gonna bless you public.
Publicly. Yeah.
So it's not about you and God outside on a date. Like, no, you are God. How are you treating you?
Right.
So, and that's how you treat people. And that's like with entrepreneurship, you can't quit.
Okay. I love it. I got one more area, and then next time we get you back, we're going to talk about goal setting. But one more for all the personal growth people out there. Maybe you're not a business owner. Maybe you have a 9-to-5. Maybe you're in that world and you're looking to climb. It still takes an investment. You still have to be comfortable in the room. You're still going to, a lot of people that are going to hire you don't look like you. So you got to be comfortable. You got to be able to get along with folks. And you got to know what your worth is. You got to know what you're bringing to the table. So as you come on and hear these things, it's not just about entrepreneurs. It's about having mad swag when you walk in the room, knowing that I need to be in this room and I'm comfortable and I'm going to be around other folks and I can have a conversation at different levels. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure, kind of, Kimmy, you remember last week when we were on the rooftop, folks next to us, hey man, one dude's the CEO and the other lady, wives, they were pretty well off doing good things, right? We didn't have no problem having a conversation with them, and they didn't have a problem with having a conversation with us, because we are comfortable in our skin and comfortable knowing that our purpose. And so when I remember being in the 9-to-5 and competing in those spaces, what I say a lot of times to people that are out there, if you're working a regular 9-to-5 job and then the others that have a side hustle, I would be a hypocrite if I said, oh, just have a 9-to-5 and this. No, you can do it, but just make sure nobody feels cheated. So give Caesar what Caesar's supposed to get. Make sure that people are comfortable. They know that your worth and what you're bringing to the table. And then if you're working remotely, make sure that you send at the end of the week, send an email that outlines the accomplishments. Because people, when they don't see you, a lot of assumptions can be made. But and if you're a type B person that's not very vocal, you guys are, you are the first ones to go, because people don't know what you're doing. You're not comfortable really being very verbose, but you gotta send that email at the end of the week, every week, and let people know what you've accomplished and what the plan is for the next week. Guess what? They get that, they're good. You're good.
That's right.
I gotta work on that email part. Like, I mean, like every other week or maybe every other day, and then you got to keep the routine with people, but that's another level. But again, even with 9-to-5, and I don't dash it at all, because I feel if you're not put in leadership, you have to be amongst leaderships to know how to follow first.
Yes.
And so people with 9 to 5, they still running parts of the world. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur, because we kind of like wouldn't have, many people to, handle some of that stuff that entrepreneurship is more just about leadership, person that can make decisions, people that can show up, that kind of got those skills. So even if you're 9 to 5, you should be the best 9 to 5 worker. And once you feel you've adopted enough skills from those people in leadership roles, then you go put in that extra time. Don't just do one thing. I can't stand about a 9 to 5er is that's all they are. Like, you don't do overtime. You don't come home and take 3 hours of what you learned and put it in something else. It's just like, all you want to do is 9 to 5, get home, watch TV, and eat popcorn and watch other people continue playing their, like, when you're fascinated by seeing these people on a TV screen, they have to get off their couch. They're not watching TV. They have to go learn the script. They have to go learn and be amongst other people that put production together. They have to go learn marks and different things that put them there. So if you can enjoy them watching that, you can go implement. If you learned how to do Excel or something, or a spreadsheet, you should be trying to get contact with other business owners that you know in your circle, at your church, in your family. Like, yo, do anybody need help with that? At least they know, oh, she worked this bomb corporate job and she's an assistant or a receptionist. She can handle your books. So I'm just like, even if you're 9 to 5, on the weekend, you need to be 9 to 12 p.m. Take 6 extra hours or something and work on something so you can learn entrepreneurship. People think just because you get a building, a brick and mortar, a website, that you're on an entrepreneur level. No, you're not. Them entrepreneurs, they're gaining information daily. They're learning more skills so that they can share them with other people. I'm just saying, it's always something for somebody to do. And if you're doing bare minimum, that's out. That's out.
Facts. All right, Kimmy, take us home.
All right, guys. No, I'm just playing.
Let's go, Kim.
Go like this. So, no, but Monday we have our Monday. I never remember.
Merchant and money.
Back to you.
Merchant and money Monday.
The Money Merchant Monday. So we want to give the opportunity to our BGG group. We want you guys to go ahead and put your stuff out there, because we find it very important that people know what you're doing, right? Then we have Tuesday, which is our deal of the day
Tuesday, and you're gonna see. I'm putting some shirts out here today. I think a couple other people put some stuff out. So as leaders, do as I do, not do as I say. So guess what? You're gonna see my stuff today.
I know that's
important. And then we got the wind down Wednesday that we gonna bring back. And then we have Thursday, which is the thought of the day. We want you guys to bring some thoughts up. It's very important as an entrepreneur. I know we don't just go to work, but we also have to stimulate our minds. We have to be able to get through our day, because sometimes as an entrepreneur, sometimes we have our down days. You know what I mean? Like there's like, man, I need that there could be somebody is going through something and they just need encouraging words. So let's get that thought of the Thursday out there. And then Friday is I forgot what's free Friday.
CEO Friday.
CEO Friday. I'm working on. I promise you, I'm gonna get these together. So CEO. Okay. We want to get our CEOs out here. Y'all doing some great things. We doing some great things out there in the world. If we didn't have, this is how I look at it. If we didn't have CEOs and we didn't have entrepreneurs, then people wouldn't have jobs, right? And those that have jobs wouldn't be able to do what they need to do. But I feel like we need everybody. Everybody needs everybody. So when we do customer service, I find it very important. People that do customer service, don't just do the bare minimum because you're getting paid to do the bare minimum, but go an extra mile. Put a smile on your face. One, say hello. Make sure
give somebody some money.
Hey,
right? Tip somebody. Recycle those dollars. What you give is gonna come back to you tenfold. And right. You can't. If your hand is always like this, you can't accept nothing in it, right? So give some money. It doesn't hurt you. It's gonna help you.
Right. So it's very important. I just want to give you guys those because as a ex, excuse me, but I'm just gonna put it like this. As an ex-employee, hello,
Yes, yes.
Okay.
as an ex, I can honestly say that there were times I had my bad days, right? But when I was on my P's and Q's, I was on it. Customer service was it. Because if I treat my customer right, they'll remember and they'll come back. They'll remember and that might put a smile on their face. You don't know what person is going through, just like the employee, you don't know what they're dealing with, but you also don't know what a person could be dealing with that's coming through your drive-through. So they could have just found out that somebody passed. They could have just found out, something very negative, and they could have lost their job and they're coming through the drive-through and they just need you put a smile on their face. It's important. You don't know what a person is dealing with. So I find it very important. Like I told Rob the other day, be careful how you treat me because you'll never know when you'll need me.
Mm-hmm.
Talk when we sat down and we had a whole list of people, I said, Rob, I know them. Hey, Rob, I know that person. But guess what? Even with you, Kate. So with you, Caitlin, it's like I've known you for years, right? But if I would have been rude to you in some kind of way, if I would have been disrespectful, came at you some kind of way years ago, you've been like, is this Kim? Oh no, I'm good.
Miss me with all that. Yeah.
What I'm saying? Even though
Yeah.
I'm in a place where I'm trying to help people, it's you always remember that. You always remember that moment where it's like, I don't ever want to deal with that person ever again in life. And so we built a relationship where it's on a positive. And so I like keeping those positives. Those that are negative, they can stay negative. But I promise most of the time it wasn't me that caused them. So come to you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I promise you. I promise. I did, I come back and I've apologized, or I gotta come back and apologize. Yeah. If I've done somebody, hey, I want to apologize straight up. Like I don't ever want to have ill will with nobody because again, you'll never know when we'll need each other.
True.
Right.
So gotta be careful, in the transparency, we gotta be careful because you don't know what happened with people. So I just encouraging on today with those that are out there that have a business and you're just starting off, keep pushing, keep going. You got this. I'll give you this. Eric Thompson is an motivated. Is it Thompson or Thomas? He's an amazing motivational speaker. And if y'all don't know who that man is, Rob done hit me up with some knowledge. That gentleman got some weight. So I want you guys check that man out. Eric Thomas. Check him out.
Thomas.
AKA E.T., the hip hop preacher.
Facts.
Yep. It's a double whammy for you. So just today, you guys go out. I've always said, if you're gonna do something, be great at it. Whatever it is, go be great at it. Don't give up. You got this. You can do it. And move forward. Make sure you guys check out the BGG page. Make sure you share. You subscribe so that you guys can get the content that is needed so you guys can move forward. Also be engaged. You got any questions? You guys inbox us. We'll get back to you. We're here to help. You also, if you have that you want to advertise, we're here. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. Thought of the. I'm sorry for jumping in. Thought of the day Thursday. I think I'm gonna have to put something in there. So I'm gonna win that Starbucks card and be drinking for free.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Now that I know, I'll be here Thursday. Get my good thought for Thursday.
Let's go.
There you go.
So I appreciate you, Caitlin. We appreciate you 100 for coming in.
Thank you.
Knowledge.
Straight fire.
Amazing. So we'll be, and we do appreciate you.
Yeah, let's see if we can get you maybe the week after next. And because we got to talk about goal setting, and a few of the other things. And then I want to get Kama here soon too, maybe next week. I met with her yesterday, and she's dope, man. There's a lot of a lot of similarity, a lot of good, mindset and good energy that we share. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But definitely let's get you coming back in about maybe the week after next and just rock this place again. We surely appreciate you.
Yes, sir. It's been fun. Thank you guys for having me. Always a blessing to be amongst other entrepreneurs and just for us to just share our wisdom. I mean, even if it was just for us, I know you guys have your platform, but sometimes, it's important for us to stay encouraged and to continue to motivate and just to know that you're in a safe space when you have these conversations. So again, thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay. Well, before we go, Kimmy, go ahead and plug your deal tomorrow.
Oh, so tomorrow. I always forget. So tomorrow I'm gonna be at Bulldogs in Fontana. Event starts at 5 p.m. It is on Arrow in Fontana. You guys come check it out. It's my book signing / book reading. We have some entertainers coming out. They're gonna mic for us. It's an open mic. It's an open mic platform. I want people to be able to come out and be able to share their talent. We're going to start at 5 and I got a DJ coming, got some musicians coming that's going to play. And it's also their wind down Wednesday. So y'all come out and get a drink, sit down with some good music and some poetry. So,
well, congratulations, Kim. That's awesome. That's super big. I wish I can be there to support. We're wrapping up on set today, so I got to go at 6, and then our wrap party is tomorrow night. So, but I'm gonna be at the next ones because I've already Googled it. Rob already told me about it, so I'm gonna be down there. Okay.
That's right. It must be nice to be a boss on a set. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Right.
Oh man, we season 4, season 5 coming, so God has definitely been blessing, and like I'm saying, it's still shocker to me, so you can't stay there,
Yes.
What do you say, Kim? Broke up.
On?
It's called Double Cross, and we're ending season 4. Today's our last day. We're gonna wrap today or at around 3:00 in the morning, something like that. It's called Double Cross on All Black or Prime. It used to be UMC, Urban Music Channel, or something like that. UMC, but now it's All Black. So, or it's on Prime, you'll see it. But definitely a blessing to be working there, and when you're doing what you love to do, people kind of like that energy. So it's important when you're doing it, don't change who you are. People like you right where you are, and it actually opens doors and gets you where you're supposed to be. So just continue to walk in love and strength and in your purpose.
Yes.
Awesome.
Facts.
All right, guys.
All right, BGG. All right.
All
right.
Peace.
All right. Caitlin, you're the best.